I don't know what he's been eating. Either way, it hasn't ended well.
Would be on this side. You cool with that? You don't have much choice.
Go. Good. Keep up. Turn! Turn! Great. Cut. That looks great.
When we get out there, Spiro, the ocean bounces a lot of light up in here.
Okay, good. There he is. Good. How you doing?
Good. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
How far it's gonna be fun.
Hey.
How fast do we want to be going? Because her hair is gonna be going.
Here you go.
That's what they wear.
Yeah, you have to stop. I asked for that.
You look back and then yes, what I'll be doing, and then getting ready. And then he comes back to you.
Village idiot around here.
I'm a big lover of myth, and every movie that I've done in the last couple of years has all been rooted in stories that are much older than the contemporary telling of them. And so usually that means I end up doing something that's an independent film, but when this script came along and I saw that this was an opportunity to tell these old stories in a way that's bigger and immersive, it's IMAX and it's 3D, it's huge, and we're talking about one of the greatest myths of all time. I couldn't resist. Kong is such a huge part of the mythology of cinema, and it tells this incredible story that is really timely, dealing with the issues that we're still dealing with today when it comes to man versus nature. So if we want to talk about agriculture or war, these huge things that we are still grappling with as human beings and trying to find a way, instead of fighting with something, to actually work with it. And I think this is such a great way of telling that story in a way that's still fun and entertaining and interesting to watch. I think there's something really beautiful about the fact that Kong is king. I mean, he's the biggest thing on this island, and yet he doesn't choose to use that power in a way that's harmful. He defends when he needs to, but for the most part, he's actually a quite peaceful character. So I think there's something quite lovable and redeeming about that fact, that it kind of reminds me, maybe this is a stretch, but I just remember the first time I ever was with an elephant. And I was like completely intrigued and totally terrified at the same time. Like I kept taking a step closer and then running away and then coming up closer, because there's this gentleness to their soul, but at the same time you know that they are the one with the upper hand. They can crush you at any moment, and yet they don't, and there's something really wonderful about that. We've taken bits from Hawaii, Australia, and Vietnam. Vietnam in particular is very special because it's never been captured on film before in this way, in these locations. But everything is, in a lot of ways, untouched. We're We're trying to get nature in its raw form and its wildness, and show the diversity of the island, that the island isn't just a place that looks specifically like one thing. As you continue to travel through it, you see the variations. There's desert, there's trees that look like they're falling apart, there's trees that are also squishy, there's rivers. And so having that play of there being parts that are more dry and parts that are more lush add to a texture of the film.
Kong is an icon of motion pictures. He's an icon of the cinema. He's been present in people's imagination since 1933, certainly in the minds of audiences and people who love movies. And I think Kong represents so many things. He is the mystery of the unknown, and he's a terrifying force of nature who is also a sentient being with an intelligence we don't understand. And I think we're captivated by that. We're captivated by Kong's power and majesty. Kong has been reconceived as a myth come to life, an idea in the mind of man that could not possibly exist. The answer to a theoretical equation. And he is truly monstrous in size and scale and scope. He's 90 feet tall, so therefore so taller than people have been used to. He is, and his power is unknown. And I think that the journey of Kong in Skull Island is that he goes from being a figure of terror, an alpha predator who seems to be a destructive threat, but he becomes an emblem of the natural order. Conrad is a British SAS tracker, someone who is trained in military reconnaissance and recovery, who is a kind of lone warrior, a survivor, and his special skill is recovering lost soldiers. Because of his affinity with the natural world, he knows how to read the terrain, understand the jungle, and he's a professional tracker. No Man Left Behind. This film will be an immersive spectacle. I think it will be breathtakingly beautiful. It'll be the most thrilling action. It'll feel very rugged and raw and exciting.
So did you like that video? Well, I've some interesting movie extras facts for you. Matte paintings were extremely popular before the CGI era. These are actual projections or paintings placed behind foreground objects to trick audiences into believing the actors were in a different location. Examples include the Statue of Liberty jutting out from the sand in Planet of the Apes from 1968 and the Emerald City awaiting Dorothy at the end of the Yellow Brick Road in The Wizard of Oz from 1939. Subscribe to our channel and check the notification bell to always be up to date with all the latest releases.